Okay, so I have my Ace Rust Stop Primer. We're just out here, we're taking care of the rear of the car. I only had the rear of the car to do, so I wasn't about to go and spend another 40 bucks or whatever it was to pick up another quart. One can will do it. This is an extended can. It's not too extended, but it's a little bit larger than the regular can. And it was only 6 bucks. So that works for me. We're hitting the trunk now. The bottom, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of Bondo work. So I'm leaving these spots open because I did see a few of the imperfections I need to take care of. There's also one right here. So I'm not gonna spray anything below this line. This we can do, this is easy. I'm gonna take the bumper off first before we do that. We can work our way up, finish out the top of the trunk, and then we can address those little spots and get ready to start the actual paint. I can't wait to start the actual paint. I've been dreaming of painting this car since the day I picked it up. So let's get it. All right, so we have our Bondo body repair kit. We're gonna knock this out right here, fix this back up into shape, fill in this crack. I might actually peel a little bit more of this off and then fill it in, we're gonna see. And then we're also going to address this here and here. It'll be good to go. Time for the front bumper to come back off. Then we can do our little repair right here. Got the car all primed and ready to go. We're gonna be swapping the exhaust out too. So once I'm done spraying the car, we're gonna cut that one off and we're gonna run a straight pipe. It's gonna sound like the hot rod that it is. It's gonna look a lot better too. Man, I can't wait to get the paint on this tomorrow. Go. So I have a random plethora of various old paints and new paints. That's what we're looking like with the Commander green. There's another beautiful metallic green right here. This is what's getting added into right now. I wish that I had enough of either of these original colors. Since we don't, that's why we're mixing all these together right now. Okay, I'm loving this color right now. That is a beautiful pearl right there. I don't know how well the phone's picking this up, but this is beautiful in person. So I just finished up the paint on my 1955 Ford Customline, which has been swapped onto a BMW E39. I love the color. I think it came out great. This kind of reminds me of the color that the car originally came as. Has a little bit of a pearl shine to it. Once I put the top coat on, it's gonna change the color up a little bit. Right now, it's looking really good. In the morning, I'll hit it with a second coat, but right now, I think that we're good. Transfer that onto the new one. I'm gonna fix those up, make them red again, and we're gonna get rid of the chunky, crapped up piece of plastic that we have underneath it. So now we can clean this up. We'll remove the bullet part from it, and we'll get it mounted onto the new taillight. I just finished removing the bullet cap from the old taillight. I am a bigger fan of the bullet style, so we're gonna put one of these back on. Got the can of loop, got the bullet cap for the taillight. With the new taillights on the bottom, they especially look great. Time to get these back on the car. Okay, so I now have the new bullet style taillights on. This is more like a Chevy Bel Air now. And man, I love it. All right, so we have our pigment in. We're gonna mix this up. This is even more vibrant than the last one. So good. So good. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up right now, but there's a pink hue coming off with some blue tones in there, a little bit of purple. I'm filming from my iPad, so it's kind of crappy, and I don't know if you can see that at all, but there's a really nice color effect on there. That looks so good. All right, so I'm back out here working on the body swap, the BIMMERLINE, and just doing a little wet sanding, getting some of these spots out. I didn't have the spray guard on, so when I sprayed this, unfortunately, a couple chunks came through that the gun picked up. I went from one spray gun to another, completely forgot to take off the little vent guard, and yeah, so it didn't strain the way it normally would. Some chunkier pieces made their way through. It is what it is. They'll get covered over. But I just want to wet sand them all down. I'm also adding some points into the front here. All right, so once again, I have the Loop Colors Italian made paint. We're doing the white gloss. What you're gonna do with a bullet point, or I call them bullet points. I don't know, some people just, whatever the fuck they're called. But I already have it taped off. I already sanded it down. Much better coverage. This fan cap works a hell of a lot better. And that is beautiful. Looking really good. Nice crisp line. That looks so good. Get the second gloss coat on. All right, so I got myself the new mirror, or newer mirror that's going on. Taking this rusty piece of crap off. All right, so honestly, this is the simplest thing in the world. Just clicks right on. And then you tighten these. Nothing more to it than that. So we have the mirror on and in place. Gonna have to adjust the mirror, but it's looking so good. All right, so the front bumper's just about back on now. Peeling the last little bit of tape off the grill. I'm gonna have to put the side mounts of the bumper in tomorrow. But for now, it is what it is. I like how it looks. I'm gonna pull the car out of the garage real quick. It looks so good. Really happy with how this is turning out. Loving the night tones of this car. A little bit of a color shift on there, just enough to make me happy. Today I'm gonna get working on the new suspension going into the body swapped 1955 Ford Customline to E39 BMW, aka the BIMMERLINE. I love it. We're gonna do the suspension today. Tomorrow I'm gonna get painting the roof. I've been holding off on that because it's so much rain. There was so much moisture in the air. I didn't want to do anything to screw it up. So I held off. We have some nice sunny days. So I'm going to do the top of the car white. And we're going to put the front suspension in so we can have it riding smoothly. and not have it riding like a jagged piece of crap, because right now I hate the way this car is riding. And that's not the car's fault. It's my own, because I didn't swap the suspension, and the suspension on this is blown beyond blown. So let's get to it. I didn't attach the battery correctly. All right. Got the wheel off, got all 5 lugs still in the wheel. Don't gotta worry about losing anything. Oh, there we go. All right, so I wanted to pick up these Tyne S-Tech springs a while ago, and they're the perfect size, so we're gonna use these on the new struts and get rid of these ones right here. These are a little bouncy. These ones are nice and firm. I love Tyne springs, so big upgrade right there. I just gotta cut them to the right size. These are also cut, not a big deal. So we're gonna nip this about right here, and we'll be good to go. These are a little bit thinner than the old ones were. That seemed to bear just a little bit of a problem. All right, I now have the sleeve made. Fits over here perfectly. This will be able to clamp down in place, be able to be nice and tight. Now the car is looking really good. I'm gonna take it for a quick test drive. Tomorrow we're gonna get started on filling in this gap right here. We're gonna make the welds, get this properly taken care of and filled in. So let's take the car for a quick little spin. I'm absolutely loving the car. Drives so much better. The suspension is a huge upgrade from what it was. Tyne S-Tech springs all the way. All the way, all the way. The H&R springs are supposed to be good, but they weren't as good as these. The nightshade is just looking so beautiful. It has like a whole different aqua at night. The little color shift that's on it just gives it that little bit of pop. Absolutely loving my car. Alright, so I got the Loop Colors Italian made paint once again. About to start on the roof today, and right here I have to do a little bit of fixing. This is gonna be sanded back down. I just wanted to hit this trim line right here. Well, I gotta do some Bondo work up right in this area. So this section is gonna be done last. So I'm gonna start right here, work our way around, and then get back to this area here. Looking really good so far. Getting some good coverage with this white. Getting really good, actually. I'm really happy with this. I'm gonna have to fix this little edge right here. I'm gonna sand this all back down once this dries and blend this in. Got a little Bondo patch I have to fix right here. Also, once again, that's gonna get sanded. So we're gonna do that spot last. Work our way around to the back now. A little bit wet still, but looking really good. Just Just waiting on this spot over here to dry. Then we'll sand that back down, get that all nice and flush. Hit that with another coat of white, blend it all in. Looking really good though. I'm happy. Time to get my mirror back in place. Real simple, just 2 little Allen screws. The simplicity of these old cars was just absolutely perfect. Got the BIMMERLINE out for a little trip today. Looking so good. Running really well too. Got the roof painted white. The look of the car is almost complete. Got a few more things I have to do. But we're getting there. One by one, little by little, it's coming. All right. Let's take the body swapped 1955 Ford Customline on a 1999 E39 BMW chassis out for a ride. This is the opening for the door right here. Let's put her in gear. We're about to go do some welds. Got the metal. Let's head back to the house. So here's the view inside the car. Beautifully with the new suspension in it. We have a few more things we have to do. This car is coming along so well. I love it. Doesn't feel like a boat like an actual 1950s would. We have a little bit of scratching in the back. That's not going to be a problem once the new suspension goes in the rear. The front, nice and tight now. It's feeling beautiful. All right, so the car is currently looking great, running great, feeling great. New suspension, big upgrade. Absolutely love it. Have to get the frame welded to the body now and then get this door situated. That door has been messed up since I got the car. Still have to figure it out, but we'll take care of that. Hello, Raina. How's it going? What's up, big girl? I had to stop and say hi to the cow real quick. All right, so I just broke out a can of great stuff. This is gap and crack sealant. Has a up to 1 inch seal. I'm just kind of leveling this in here. We're doing this sloppily and just making sure that it all will foam up to cover in this gap. I'm tired of having debris fly in the car while I'm driving it. So we're gonna foam this whole piece up right here, and then I'm gonna cut it. We'll shave it down, and then we'll fiberglass it in here correctly. And just to get the right shape, I'm going to use this stuff first. I'm also going to leave my wiring open on this side, so I'm only going to right here. Okay, so I have the little metal rail in place, and we're about to cut this right here, fit this in place, and then tack weld it, and then put one final weld across the whole bottom, securing the body to the actual chassis of the car. Going across, bending this piece up. Just filed the whole thing so we're down to the bare metal. Be able to weld to that now. All right, so my welds, they're not pretty at all. I'm gonna spend some time tomorrow grinding them down, make them look a little more flush, and then I'll see what I can do. However, they are holding extremely well. So they may not look the prettiest, but they sure as hell hold. And I already reshaped the pan right here. So this is gonna cover up the bottom welds. You won't even be seeing those. I'm gonna finish the rest tomorrow, but for now, it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. All right, a little Bondo strip is now ready to get sanded down. We're gonna make that nice and flush. And we're gonna prime the rail, paint it white, blend it in, and then bolt our rail back in, our little guardrail right here. We're gonna paint this white now, along with this rail right here. And then we'll bolt our little cover back on. All right, so I just used some iron lac and I got the door seal painted. New rail in the door is now painted. Looking really good. We got our panel back in and we're about to screw that down now. Looking really good though. I like that. Big improvement. Now everything is welded in place. So the body is actually connected to the chassis now. Whew. Time to do the other side. Everything else looking really good. Gotta get my door to close correctly. We're gonna work on getting that pop lock sometime this week. The rest of the car is just looking so damn good though. All right, so my BMW 528i, that has been body swapped to a 1955 Ford Customline, aka the BIMMERLINE, is looking absolutely great. It's come a long way from where I started. When I first got the car, it looked like complete crap, and now it's a whole new car, literally, and it has fresh paint. It's looking good. Still a few more things that I have to do. I'm gonna have to fix the door locks, and I'm gonna have to adjust a few more things within the car, but it's already looking so much better. I am gonna finish the dashboard later this week, and then eventually that's gonna get fiberglass sealed and correctly painted, and it's all coming together. So hit that like button, stay tuned, see where this goes, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.